Welcome everyone to this tutorial. This tutorial is part of a bigger series called Learn Unity by Making Games. This is the first part of the series, where we will be making a basic clicker game. I will be covering everything in as many details as possible, explaining everything as best as I can. This tutorial is aimed at absolute beginners. The goal of this series is to teach you how to use Unity by showing you how to make video games with it, while slowly introducing new concepts into the mix, so you will be able to apply gained skills here later on in your game development career. This series will progress through multiple games, changing type of the game being done, and we will start from probably the easiest game to make. Clicker game, like Cookie Clicker. To get started with this series, you have to go to download and install Unity. Go to Google or any other search engine and search for Unity Engine, and open Unity official website. Click on Get Started at right top. Then select Individual and click on Personal. If you are a student of the university, you can read on their offer for students on this page, but we will be using Personal version. Then click Start here. Confirm and save the file somewhere. Then launch it. After installation will be done, you will be able to launch Unity Hub. This is an environment for managing your projects, and install Unity installations. Basically, I already use Unity a lot, I have projects and Unity already installed, but in your case Unity will most likely ask you to select the version which you want to install at some point. I recommend using what is called long-term support versions, which is at the moment of recording is 2020.3.8f1. You can actually use any kind of version at this moment. With me covering only fundamentals, it doesn't really matter what version you're going to use. It matters for stuff like ECS, rendering pipeline, or more advanced topics like shaders, etc. I will be explaining them in the future. We will be using a Visual Studio as our coding environment. After Unity will be done installing, we will be able to create new project by going into the projects, which will be blank for you, and pressing either this small arrow button if you have multiple Unity installed, or simply pressing New. Then you will be prompted to name your new project and select the preset. We will be going into more details about presets like High Definition RP, Universal RP, 2D, 3D, differences between them, but right now we will select 2D preset and continue. When Unity is done loading, you will see this kind of screen. At the center you can see Scene window. This shows you what is currently present on your scene. Right now it is just a camera, which we can confirm by looking at the left side of the scene, where we will see the hierarchy window. Hierarchy window shows us the structure of our currently loaded scene. At the bottom you can see project. Project window shows you all the files currently present in your project. Then at the right side you see an inspector window. We will discuss it a little later. Besides that, each window can be docked into each other. Like project, it is docked with console. And scene is docked with game. Console window will post messages from your engine and posted by you. This will show errors or any possible warnings your engine will throw at you if you are making some kind of mistake. Game window show exactly what your current camera is seeing on the scene. We will discuss other tools and things in course of this tutorial. I don't think you want to listen to blunt description of each and every button in the engine, so let's start making games. We want to create a new script which will describe how our game works. To do that, click right mouse button inside your project window. Select Create and create C# script. Then you will be prompted to name the script. I call it first script. Then double click on the icon of this newly created script. Your Visual Studio will start, and you will see something like this. First you see your class called firstScript. We will be discussing classes later on, but for now remember that everything you are writing must be inside the body of this class, which is marked by those brackets. Now inside the body of your class you have start and update function. Start fires up or being executed at the start of the scene, or as Unity put it, before first frame update. Meanwhile, update is being executed once per every frame. We will discuss this in much more details later on. As your first program, let's do a traditional Hello World program. Inside the start we want to write debug.log, and inside the parentheses we want to pass a parameter, which will be a text, which will say Hello World. Please notice that you need to put all your explicit text inside the double quotes. This is done for the compiler. Compiler is a program that converts instructions, or simply put our code, into a machine code or lower level form so that they can be read and executed by a computer. The double quote make compiler understand where is text placed. Then at the end of the line you must put a semicolon, so the compiler will know that this is the end of the line. This is important, and we will be exploring this later on in the tutorial series. Now press Ctrl S to save the script we have done. Then open Unity. Our message will show up in the console log, because we are sending it to the debug log. So click on the console at the bottom so it will show up. Now press play. But nothing happens. Don't fret, you didn't make a mistake. Let's stop the project by pressing on the play button again. The reason why nothing happened is because your script, which we created, is in the project. But to make it so it will be executed, you must place it on the scene. Select the script and drag it onto your main camera in the hierarchy. Now click on the camera and look at the right side of the screen where we will inspect the camera in the inspector. You will see a bunch of stuff inside the inspector. Each of these small boxes called transform, camera, audio listener, and your first script is called component. There is wide variety components, and components define your functionality of the object. We will discuss this topic later on. What is important that your first script must be present at the bottom of the list of components in the inspector, like it is on my inspector. Now open console and let's launch the game. Good. As you can see, everything is working fine. Stop the game and press Ctrl S to save the project. I know this is a short episode, but it was mostly an introductory episode. We will start actually making a clicker game in the next episode. Good, this is it for this episode. If you have any questions or any ideas about code, please leave your comment below. If you are interested in seeing what will come out of this, please subscribe. If you want to support further, you can find my Patreon in the description. Special thank you to Stefan and Cameron Smith for their generous support. With best regards, see you in the next episode.